Hello, everybody, Reggie Time here with another episode of myself playing some 13 snap poker. Going to play for about 45 minutes and then end the video. I'm not sure how long my session's going to run for. We might again get a couple of videos out of it, but this video is only going to be 45 minutes irrespective of how long that I play. If you have recently found my channel, please do hit the subscribe button. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, please hit the like button and please get involved in the comment section too. I do try and reply to most comments apart from the ones that are just downright unpleasant or are from spam bots, so please do get involved. There's not too many people in the pool right now. When I joined there was 30 something players. I think that's probably a good thing. It probably means there's not too many three-tabling regulars around, which is certainly going to help make the games a little bit better, a little bit softer. So yeah, not as many UK players in as I would like, but you can't have everything, so I guess we'll just take what comes our way. I hope to book a winning session, and if we don't, I hope to play well. Come on, Astor. I had a moment this afternoon, not a moment, around half an hour this afternoon, tagging lots of players from last night's session as I bid to rebuild my reads on the players in these games. So hopefully, if we stay in the pool and play, if Sky doesn't do his job for us, hopefully over the course of the next week or so, we'll end up with some real quality reads. I don't normally set mine out of position in 3-bet pots, but when it goes heavily multi-way like this, we're going to call and we're going to do our little 7 dance. And we'd like one right between the K and the E, ideally. Never mind. Never mind. Delayed c-bet the King 7. Our opponent leads out, which kind of upsets our plans. We do have an open ender still. I don't think raising achieves very much. I don't think we represent very much or achieve very much. Three-bet the 10-9 suited just to isolate our opponent. We're going to fold the King 7. I don't know the players behind, but 2 of the guys are fully stacked, so I'm going to not make too many assumptions, but for the time being they're going to think, well, they're fully stacked, they might be good, so let's try and freeze them out. If there was some short stack guys behind, I would almost certainly have called. Here we have a good shot on a backdoor flush draw, and again I'm going to go for a delayed c-bet. I think it's the kind of board we're going to get check raised on a lot by a fish. If he has a queen, he's going to check raise. If he has a draw, he might check raise. So kind of I much prefer c2 checks, which we've now seen. 5-4 suited versus a min raise. I think we'll go for another 3-bet here. And now we're going to feel pretty safe finding out a bet. And I was going to double barrel bluff. I was going to bluff on the end here to try and get forward some like 6x, ace high, that type of thing. And now we've hit a 10, we're just going to check back and we're going to hope our 10's good. And we suck out, which is nice. He may not have folded that on the river to a double barrel because he snapped the turn. But that was going to be the plan. double barrel bluff the river. Just to, like, obviously when we have 10 high, there's lots of like better hands he can have that just can't really call. But once we hit the 10, I think I'm likely to be good, but it's not going to be too easy to get value, so I'm comfortable just checking back. Not sure what's taking the table so long to populate. According to the lobby, there's 37 players in the pool right now, so it shouldn't really be taking this long. It's quite annoying. Almost makes me want to 3 table, but I know when I 3 table it, my win rate reduces significantly. I just don't play as well. And for me, it's all about playing well. I mean, hourly rate's really important, but it's all about playing well, feeling confident, enjoying the game too for me. I find I put more volume in that way, I put more hours in that way. If I 3 table and I have like a less than successful time of it, I often find myself just making excuses not to play and just do something else. So maintaining a high win rate and maintaining a high level of focus and a good level of play is super important to me, so I won't be adding the 3rd table. And we're having another, well, I'm going to delay c-bet again on this board. He's called, so he's min bet, so we'll check and then we'll try and carry out our delayed c-bet plan now. Pick up the gut shot. And we just take it down. Nice and easy. No pressure, no problem. Tagging lots of fishy looking players here, and some more UKs coming into the pool. There's now 8 UK including myself, which can't be a bad thing. Don't know anything about these guys. Sometimes I would check here, but there's draws out there that we can maybe get value from. So we'll make the bet. The Jack Queen gets there, but nothing else much does. Bet again. And then the hearts complete the river, which really stinks, and we get counterfeited. It's a terrible river for us. And we're just going to fold at this point. There's nothing much you can do about it. We just don't beat very much at all. Jack Queen got there, hearts got there. Don't believe he's got trips very often. We now lose to some of his kings at Limpton. He's got called twice, which seems unlikely that he has them, but overall we just don't beat very much here, so I'll let it go. The red 10 on the river was not part of the plan. Good squeeze or call here, but given the 2 fish, I'm happy keeping the pot small for the time being. I'm going to check raise this flop against a fish. Hopefully he stabs with worse and then commits. Hopefully he hasn't completely flopped us dead with a set or something. Just going to check call with a nut flush draw. Board pairs the turn, which is unpleasant, but never mind. And we get to pick up quite a tasty bet from the fish there. Who knows if he had a queen that he bet folded. Seems super unlikely. Board pairs the turn. Remember Wardy being particularly bad and sticky. Normally I would think about check raising here, but not against Wardy. Now it's just a question of can we call given the board's paired. I think we kind of have to. And then the board just runs out pretty mingingly. And we're just going to concede the pot to Wardy. Some guys I would definitely just check raise that turn versus, but I do recall, I don't remember tons about him, but I remember thinking he's particularly bad and particularly sticky. So yeah, check raise bluffing someone of that nature isn't something I'm going to go out of my way to do. Keep taking all these low stacked players. So some of them won't actually be true fish in the true sense of the word. They'll just be like quite a few that had tagged as fish. When I found the stats on them, they played like 20/6. So they're still fish. They're not winning players, but they're not super easy to get chips out of either. They're not, they're just like dripping the chips away. So we beat them, of course. I mean, the players that we have an edge over, but they're not the type that are just going to like dump stacks on you willy-nilly. You kind of just got to keep chopping away at those types of players, but nevertheless, still fish. 5-3 suited. This could be a 3-bet if Flash wasn't a fish. I didn't have the fish tag. Luis from the Ukraine says less likely to be a fish. But with him opening from middle position, we just respect the strength of that and let it go. Cut off button, small blind. Would have been a lot more tempting. Pretty miserable flop for an ace king offsuit versus somebody with a fish tag. Which is going to be in check fold mode at this point. Checks back, 10's clearly not a good card either. And then the 3. We're going to find it quite hard to win here, really. We beat ace queen, queen jack, king queen, a few things like that, but that's about it. And we chop against ace king, which is just fine. And we'll put a little note on that he doesn't 4-bet ace king pre. And we'll put the green tag on him now, so we know we've actually got a note on him, because it doesn't work when you have like the fish or the shark or the donkey. It doesn't work, so we'll just tag him as a green tag now, which means X fish with a note on. And hopefully eventually we get some stats on him that we can turn into a true read. Astor has a full stack, but he's limped into the pot, so I'll tag him as weak. So we'll be folding second pair with the backdoor diamond draw on this flop. Probably just call and see some turns. Assuming that Aston bets, of course. 6 pairs a turn. Just going to bet here just to deny equity if we have the best hand. I don't want to be giving free rolls to 9 8s, 10 jacks, ace jacks, ace 10s, who knows what. Flop the ace, it's a weak ace, no reason to see bet. No reason to bet now. Value, protection, whatever. He just folds. Happy days. So we've been min 3 bet by a probable fish. We have the ace king of black. We have to 4 bet. We don't really want to be going multi-way out of position. Kinda gonna suck if we get jammed on, but we'll just get it in. And first of all, king jack, check back turn, bluff river. If he checks again, is the plan. I think ace king could still be good here. Not necessarily good, of course. It depends on his bet size. If he bets really big, we'll just let it go. So I just think he can have hands like king, queen, ace jack, etc. I'm not going to bet. There's no real reason to bet. If he has 3 bet a hand like pocket jacks or pocket 10s, he's not going to fold it. We will almost certainly check call this river if he bets. And we win. Could call 4 bet here, but fish in the pot. Decent tight regular. I'm Leduc is a definite tight regular. No reason to get out of line there. And he did just have the ace jack that he min 3 bet and called and played weakly. I should probably note that actually. So what did he do? He min squeeze button. Should learn to fucking type, it'd be a lot easier. Fold and isolate versus GG. Fuck off. And cut off. Call 4 bets, then check down when messing. Looks like our isolation attempt hasn't worked on table 1. And we're actually in limp min raised, so we're going to be folding and watching this one. If anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to share it with you guys. And Schofield out of position called the limp re-raise and then donked an ace 5-9 flop and took it down. All a bit weird. That seems like a pretty fucking good flop for ace queen. Question here is, do we want to get it in 2 streets or 1? If we want to get it in, 2 streets or 3. If we want to get it in 2, then we need to bet around 4. If we're happy to go for 3, then we can bet really small. And I think we'll go for the 3. Pretty dry board. We've got it crushed. And we get it in super good. Beautiful. So we got it in 1 street, which wasn't the plan, but it wasn't plan A anyway. But it was a fucking good plan B. And what we're calling this race Amladuce, unless I mean this Flash 18, I'm pretty sure he's like just a bad Ukrainian regular rather than a fish. I'm going to call the 87 suit now. It's gone mega multi-way. Completely brick, of course. I'm actually going to open my Holden manager and check this Flash out because it reminds me of. I'm pretty sure he's just some fucking shit Ukrainian nit regular who just doesn't buy in full. If that's the case, we can change the fish tag and just give him some chicken tag or something. Could be wrong. I might be getting it mixed up with somebody else. Let's get this off the main screen. Sorry for the blocking out of the screen. So we're going to be looking for Flash, aren't we? I just bet this Adrianov's some weird shit short stacking wannabe fucking short stack Pro 2. The corgi and the fish in the blinds. So check this out while we're here first. Adrianov 19. 22-20 with a 12-3 bet. So oh, and we've got his C bet up as well. Well, it doesn't really matter. We just raise here and get it in, don't we? And hope to get lucky if we get it in. He certainly doesn't get the fish tag. He gets the irritating short stacker tag instead. You just call, which makes you think we now have the worst hand, but 3-bet the ace jack, just a little bit of protection value, whatever. We have the worst hand here, but clearly we're getting ridiculous odds, so whatever. Actually, we didn't have the worst hand. Well. Well. What do you know? Now we're looking for this Flash guy as well, aren't we? I think it's a similar type person to the guy who's just stacked off against us. Not 3-betting Schofield, but we will call with the 7-6 suited given there's a fish in the blinds. Consider check raising this flop depending on what size he chooses. Definitely going to squeeze the 8-9 suited here on the button. Want that size better. He just checks down when he misses, which, well, that's because it was a 4-bet pot. We'll try plan A. And it worked right, this Flash character. Took me 8 years to find him. Flash 1989, 24-16, 5-3 bet. So he's not a fish, he's just some shit coward who can't be asked playing a real stack. 24, 16, it's only 112 hands, but it's enough to know that it's not an actual fish, it's just like a probably bad regular. I would have raised and got it in here against focus on this board texture. Given this, in fact, I'm going to raise it anyway, try and raise this fellow at the pot and then just play for focus this stack. Put like an annoying short stack attack on this guy too. He does fold and then we're just going to jam the turn. Unless he jams for us, then we just call. Not happy with this situation by a long chalk. Lots of ways we can be behind, but we've kind of painted ourselves into a corner. And yeah, he just flops the nuts and donks it. So, defends, suited, rags, donk, flopped, flush. That's fine. That's irritating, it's not fine, but you know, it's fine in terms of, well, it's happened, let's move on, get the read, move on. Imraducci calls. I think he's going to have a decent amount of ace-x in his range here, not too many draws, because here we've got kings and queens which block a lot of his draws. I guess we've got spades which block all his backdoor draws, but I think I'm probably just going to empty the clip here and bet 3 streets, given the spades come now too. And it's not a particularly exciting move to triple barrel on, because I expect he's good enough to know that I don't have an awful lot of 3x in my range here. Now does he also. Just whether do I want to blast at it and put maximum pressure on hands like ace queen. Does he fold ace queen here for bet 10? I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. And I would definitely play all my sets this way. I wouldn't have sets of 4s very often, but I'd definitely play pocket jacks and pocket aces this way. Not saying that's good, by the way. Happy it worked. We're getting away with our potential spew at the moment. The last few videos we've been getting away with it. I'm not c-betting this board multi-way. No reason to. Not much good's going to happen for us on turns and rivers if we get any kind of action, I wouldn't have thought. My notes set on Exwellente. Small sample could be pretty loose and aggro pre. So given he hasn't 3-bet, I'm going to take away some of like the better ace-x combos. Based on our like pretty small sample size read. Bet smallish here now, get value from 10x, maybe pocket 9, something like that. Certainly want to charge some of the draws that are appearing if he does have any draws. And give up with the 7-8 offsuit. Zygotic, I like that name. I don't give that bet size much credit, by the way, but we just had absolutely nothing, did we? So we're not going to be starting to just dick around for no good reason with our also aware that because this place is reloaded now, that it could, the Sky reload bug could be causing me to tag people as fish who aren't fish. as I say, Sky or maybe in Triple Eight, sometimes it just sits you out and then doesn't reload straight away. So if someone just lost a reasonable sized pot and then through no fault of their own, Triple Eight hasn't reloaded them, and then I'm seeing them and tagging them as a fish, that is possible. That could be mistagging some people, but I can deal with that. Disappointed the ace comes off to be check the flop. And then he bets, which is also disappointing. We are kind of capped though, so I don't just want to fold straight away. King 7 suited, fish in the blinds. Nope, I'll let it go. I'm keen to play pots with fish. That I think that could be a little bit on the nitty side. Didn't want to 3-bet it, and it kind of felt shit to call with it, but I think it was a bit hasty. I think calling's still going to be like better than folding there. Given fish in blinds and fish under the gun open. Pool's dropping already, 25 players. We're not going to be getting 2 videos out of that this session for sure. Hopefully we can limp along to the one session. It's a late start tonight. I was watching the athletics on TV, which then delayed the football coming on TV. So I didn't actually start my session till well past midnight. Disappointing that it's not holding its runners at the moment. It really is struggling against Party Poker and Poker Stars right now, but the fields are soft, so whatever. And I don't mind playing 5-handed. It gets rid of that the worst seat of the table for me, which is under the worst. Not the worst seat of the table. Obviously, small blind's the worst seat, but out of the positions that we volunteer to play in, under the gun's clearly the worst. So playing 5-handed's absolutely fine by me. Don't think it changes very much at all. Just makes the games a little bit, well, just slightly less nitty, doesn't it? Boo. Lots of fish kicking around behind. 10-7 suited. It's a bit of a loose call from the cutoff, but hoping we're not going to get squeezed too much by plays with fish tags. It's a great flop with 7-6 suited. Great flop. Interesting flop. Flop a good shot. 2 overcards and a backdoor flush draw. Probably going to be inclined to see a turn card. I would 3-bet Crooksy to isolate. Had he had like an $18 stack, but we're just going to call given his $16 stack. We're going to raise versus that weak size in with our good shot. And hope it works. Crooksy just min bets here. Our raise doesn't work, which is a problem, especially when that turn card peels off. Fold the 8-10 now, it's getting silly. I get the feeling that Astor's going to donk here. Thought so. I thought so. And you know what? I don't fucking believe it. I do not believe what he's telling me here. Every fibre in my body is saying jam. Doesn't make any sense. But what if he's like got a better draw and just calls anyway? I wish I had a flush draw. I'd happily jam my flush draw, not jamming my good shot. It's irritating. I think a jam would work a reasonable amount. It feels like it should, but we'll let him win. I'm quite often happy to check these out of position multi-way when we have a hand that if we're in front, we're not super vulnerable to getting sucked out one. If we'd be hacked, then we're in big trouble. And then we see the bet and the raise, so just going to fold. It's been clicked back. In fact, fuck it, we'll bring it across so you guys can see it in real time. Clearly at this point, ace-jack is no good. God knows what Schofield's up to. He's all in. And he's obviously going to call, and we're going to see the showdown. And we were in rough shape. So, go us. Try limping into a fisher's blind with a 10-6, see what happens. He lets us see the flop, we completely brick it. We do hit the turn. And we do bet the river. Crooksy, every pot. You're in every pot, Crooksy lad. Have a day off. Again, this will be a 3-bet. We can't call here, it's just 2 weeks, 7-5 suited. If you had more money, I would maybe 3-bet it just to try and isolate, but again, he has an $11 stack. So 3-betting doesn't make an awful lot of sense. Gives him chances to jam over the top of us, which fucks us off. And we have like no real good opportunities to bluff post-flop, like multi-barrel bluff post-flop, because by then we'll be like completely committed with any bet we make. Fat Pat 1. What a charming name. Great homage to the great East End matriarch, Pat Butcher. A 3-bet the King Queen off here. Not a big fan of us calling out of position 4 big blinds. Get called, we flop top pair. Let's bet we have the best hand here. It's not that wet of a board. Yeah, people get scared of these boards because there's a flush draw out there, but other than that, it's a pretty dry board unless he's got like an ace 4 or something like that, so we don't need to bet too big. If he raises, I'm going to not feel too great about the situation, but just jam, I expect. Queen of Diamonds, pretty interesting turn card. Still don't expect to know too many flushes, although of course he can have some. Reason to be check, jam, check, call, bet. I'm going to check jam, I think. You're in chance to like bet some worse hands for protection or whatever, and then if he does have a flush, then he's getting all the money anyway. Or do we just check call and then call again on non-diamonds? What feels better? Ace 10 of diamonds he can have. Ace jack of diamonds he can have. Not many other flushes. So I don't think he's got many flushes. So I think we're actually going to shove here and just like hope to get called by the naked ace of diamonds. Which we did. And happy days. That one worked out quite nicely. Didn't get caught with the naked ace of diamonds, of course, but we were certainly happy with the situation. Question I have to ask myself now is, do we end this video and go for try and make a second one? It's currently 27 in the pool. Do I think the pool's going to hold up, or do I just call it a night? That is the big question. A bit smaller than it would against a regular, just for isolation purposes. You get the cold call from Mr. Schofield out of the small blind, which wasn't in the plans, and then we get a thoroughly uncooperative flop, so that will be the end of that. We get a donk on a call. Schofield's just happy to cold call. Right, that's noteworthy in many ways. So we're going to sit out next big blind, end the video, and note that hand. Right, so let's get on with noting these hands. So we have this dude who cold call, green 10 suited, small blind versus 3 bet, then donk, big 10, XX, 2-tone. And this dude, flat, large, donk, bet, in 3 bet, pot, not causing chin with gut shot. Right, so we'll end the video there. Bang on 45 minutes, is pretty good. Let me just check the lobby out a moment on my second screen. 27 players. I'm going to go make a drink, and if I come back there's still 27 players, we'll continue the session on the second video, and if there isn't, well then the next video will be a different session. Bye bye for now.